ladies and gentlemen of the media, let me also acknowledge the support here from the members of the legal team of the People's National Party and the General Secretary of the party. To my extreme right is Ms. Jennifer Housen, who, in addition to being an attorney and a member of this legal team, is our candidate in West Rural St. Andrew. The General Secretary, you know. To my immediate left is attorney at law and leader of opposition business in the Senate, Senator Donna Scott Motley, and to her left is the legal advisor of the party, Mr. Michael Bassiana, who is also an attorney. You may recall last year, after the passage of the NIDS bill into law on November 21st, 2017, I said, in fact, in this very room, that the opposition would examine the possibility of a legal challenge to aspects of the National Identification and Registration Act 2017, which we believed infringed specific provisions of the Jamaican Constitution. My comments had come against the background of the bill being rushed through both houses of Parliament, despite our plea for amendments and despite several calls from civil society organizations, including the Jamaica Bar Association and ourselves, for the bill to be sent to a joint select committee of both houses of Parliament for a more deliberate and considered examination of all aspects of the bill and for a report to be made to the Parliament after this. Needless to say, our pleas fell on deaf ears as the government used its majority to defeat our amendments and refused, despite our last-minute requests to present the bill to a joint select committee for consideration. At the outset, I want to reiterate that we in the People's National Party support the concept of a national identification system. Further, we believe that there are tremendous benefits to be derived for the country from digitizing our nation's public administration. However, this bill that was rushed through the Parliament is flawed. It was poorly drafted, which may be seen in the fact that there were some 264 amendments to the bill in the Parliament, which is perhaps a record as far as public legislation is concerned. Furthermore, we believe that, as I have said, that there are elements of the bill that infringe the basic constitutional rights of our citizens. Any benefits to be derived from digitization of public administration and from a national identification system must be done within the context of adequate and robust data protection and security. And I might point out that the Data Protection Act is still making its way through the Parliament, and it must take account of the basic constitutional rights of every Jamaican citizen and protect those rights. Against that background, the People's National Party this morning filed an action in the Supreme Court of Jamaica seeking a declaration that sections of the National Identification and Registration Act 2017 breached guaranteed constitutional rights of Jamaican citizens and other persons ordinarily resident in Jamaica. We are also seeking an order that the sections are null and void and should be struck down. The claim form filed in court says that sections 4, 6, 1, that is 6 subsection 1, section 15, section 20, section 23, section 27, subsection 1, section 30, section 36, subsection 4, section 39, and section 41, subsection 1, and 43, subsection 1, and section 60, as well as the third and sixth schedules, all breach section 13 of the Jamaican Constitution. The sixth schedule further breaches the right of every citizen of Jamaica to be granted a passport and not to be deprived or denied except by due process of law of that passport. The claim form also seeks a declaration that neither the manner nor the extent of the abrogation, abridgment, or infringement of the constitutional right is demonstrably justified in a free and democratic society. We are further asking the Supreme Court for a declaration that the provisions of Chapter 111, Chapter 3 of the Constitution are likely to be contravened in relation to the claimant and in relation to other Jamaican citizens and other persons ordinarily resident in Jamaica by virtue of the provisions of the Act. As a result, we are seeking an order that the sections are null and void and are of no effect and should be struck down. We are also seeking other remedies necessary to give legal effect to the declarations as well as costs. The claimant on record in this suit is the General Secretary of the party, Mr. Julian Robinson. We are being represented in this action by distinguished Queen's Counsel, the Honorable Michael Hilton, OJ, and by attorneys Michael Vassiana, Donna Scott Motley, Jennifer Housen, and Senator Sophia Fraser Binns. Thank you very much. I am going to ask Senator Scott Motley to speak further on some of the specific legal issues that arise.